right. So here's me doing something that's not particularly glamorous, and whether you want to sit here and watch me play these notes without any flair, artistic creativity, I'm just going to sit there and blow some notes, and they're going to sound really ugly. And to be honest, a lot of the work done in practice, at least with me personally, is really ugly, and I get very self-conscious about what my neighbors think. Luckily, I've got really cool neighbors, and they don't mind me doing ugly practice. Well, I haven't been practicing that much. I will start practicing a lot more, and then we'll see if they change their minds. Bottom line is, though, I haven't been playing much. All the gigs have been cancelled, and if I'll be really honest, I didn't have any sort of scheduled practice regime in place anyway, because I run a company and I was really busy and I was chasing gigs, and I got a whole bunch of excuses. The bottom line is that I didn't have a practice regime in place, and I really need to get disciplined and give myself a practice regime. So this is part of that, and since I've been away from the horn for quite some time, I'm not even really playing in tune, and my tone is atrocious, so I really just need to reset my embouchure, the shape of my mouth, that is, and reset, and train the muscles both in my mouth and in my diaphragm to recover the tuning, and to recover some of my sound. So here's just a little exercise. I'm going to, play a G for E flat saxophone, a G, and then I'll probably play something like a B flat down low, just to sort of play some notes across the range a little bit to... I'm getting too much into it. Just check that out, and I'm probably not going to be very in tune, but hopefully I'll be, I'll improve by the end of the exercise. And as you can see, I'm really wobbly there. These muscles here in my mouth haven't been trained. I actually went to the gym earlier, and I feel like that generally because I haven't been going to the gym much either. But the more you work out a muscle, the stronger it gets, and the more used to the loads you put it under, it will get. So these muscles here in my mouth are a little bit weak, and that's why it's a little bit wobbly. Let's continue. And obviously, I've got the tuner up here. any tuner's going to do, really. You want a chromatic tuner rather than, a guitar tuner that's going to do the E, A, D, G, B tuning. You want a chromatic one so that pretty much any note you play is going to, is going to be shown. And this one's fantastic. This is the tuner in Logic X Pro, and it'll even show you the sense that you're out, and that's great to have that feedback so that you can adjust as you go, because that's really what you're doing. You're trying to set the embouchure so that you play in tune. Right now, I'm not really focusing on the tone. I'm really just trying to get tuning done. And what I find is that when you start to play in tune, when the internal tuning of your own body, whether that's the embouchure or the diaphragm or the combination, which it is, and this air support that's very important, once you do that, the tone sort of follows anyway. You can start to sort of sculpture the tone a little bit later, but right now I'm just trying to play in tune and get that sort of fundamental, like totally basic element of my playing back up to shape, because it's been a while. Now, another thing that's really good to do when doing these long tone exercises, and these long tone exercises are really core to wind players, whether you're a saxophone player, clarinet player, flute player, trumpet player, these long tone exercises are not only they're physical training. It's gym for the embouchure as such, and the diaphragm. A great thing to add into doing these exercises is not just to hold the tone for a long tone, but to add some dynamics, as in some volume levels. So to start soft and gradually crescendo, gradually get louder. And be able to control the tuning of that note at a piano, as in a soft level, a mezzo forte, a moderate level, a forte, a loud level, and then back down and try and get that curve of dynamics as even as possible, with the tuning staying there centered throughout the whole exercise. Now, I'll give that a crack. That wasn't too bad, a little bit wobbly. As I said before, my embouchure is a little bit weak right now, and those muscles need some time to strengthen again, but that wasn't too bad. Back down to an F, and I've heard a lot of guys when I was at school and had certain band tutors and instrumental tutors, they would always tell you to tune off a concert A flat, which is an F on the alto E flat saxophone, as apparently that's a really in tune note on the saxophone itself. So there's another element in the saxophone in regards to tuning, just because it's a sort of a metal pipe. Some notes are more in tune than other notes on the instrument, and so if you're going to tune for, say, playing in a band or tune up to another instrument, then that concert A flat apparently is a really good note for that. I haven't done any extensive research on that. It's just sort of something that I was told from a really young age, and it seems to be the case. And I love the note F on the E flat saxophone anyway. Actually, it sort of resonates very nicely, and I guess it's probably sort of smack bang in the middle of the pipe, as down here, there's our F. It's probably sort of near the middle, or I don't know, maybe 2/3. It's got something to do with the way that the frequencies and the wavelength and all of that interesting physics stuff that I at this point haven't gone extensively and looked at recently. So let's play that F, and I'll do that same exercise with the dynamics. I'll do that one again. That wasn't so good. I'd like to start a little bit more quietly too. So there was that dynamics, sounding a little spitty there. There was that exercise again with the dynamics, and as you can see, even after whatever it is now, 5 minutes or so on, or 10 minutes of me just doing these little exercises, I'm starting to considerably play a lot more in tune, and probably the tone is improving too. I haven't been paying too much attention to that because my focus, as I said, was the tuning here. And like I said, this is not at all glamorous, and anybody who's going to be watching any of my recordings or wherever I post this, whether it's YouTube or Instagram, this is not glamorous. They want to see me running around in a nightclub and screaming on the high notes and jumping, on the subwoofer, and that stuff's cool. That's that performance element. That really is the icing on the cake. This is the base of the cake. This is the fundamental flour and all of that. You really need to do these long tones. If you do them every day, I promise you're going to see an improvement. I know myself that I need to be doing these, and I know I will see an improvement. And probably I will just continue to always make some videos about this long tone stuff, as bored as people get. It's just so fundamental, and it's really something I haven't been doing. And let's look back to this video in whether it's a month, 3 months, 6 months. If I've kept my regime of some constant, maybe daily long tones practice or weekly long tones practice at least, let's see if my tone has improved and my tuning has improved, and where I'll be in 3-6 months from now of practicing these exercises. So thanks for watching such a boring video, but it's crucial that we do these things, and happy long tones practice.